Hello, my name is Sophie. I go by the Instagram moniker at Sophie. I have two kids, one trio baby boy named Ethan and a baby girl whom I gave birth to last October named Elena. In preparation for my birth, I paid a visit to Madam Partum while still pregnant for a pre-partum TCM consultation with Physician Judy. She gave me excellent tips on how to cope with water retention, postpartum blues, and most importantly, hyper-lactation. When I breastfed my firstborn, that was my first breastfeeding experience and also when I had the biggest shock of my life. I often hear about moms not having a lot of nice shui, and so they have to supplement with green papaya fish soup, fenugreek, and other supplements. My sister was a low supplier for firstborn and I expected myself to be the same, but things turned out otherwise. Unlike her, I was an oversupplier and I had way too much milk. This blessing turned out to be my torture in disguise. I couldn't latch my baby because he would often choke. I was always engorged and the discomfort caused me to sit in front of my breast pump all day. As a result, after 3 months, I stopped breastfeeding because I could no longer cope with my oversupply.
Generally, for mommies who experience oversupply, it's always a good problem that Sophie don't have to worry about her baby not having enough to drink. So our main concern will be to reduce engorgement with the practice of breastfeeding basics and pay attention to her diet to ensure Sophie doesn't suffer from engorgement and yet maintain her breast milk supply.
With the imminent birth of my second-born and my past history as an oversupplier, I knew that I needed help and so I turned to Physician Judy. She gave me some pretty useful kickstarter advice. She shared with me a list of milk boosting food that I had to avoid, massage moves that can help to reduce my milk supply, and she also prescribed me with Madam Partum's Milk Saver Clear. After birth during my confinement, I came down to Madam Partum for a second visit. I had needed help from Physician Judy again. I was constantly having blocked ducts and difficulty pumping. After checking, we realized that it's because my physique was 过补 already. I was overnourished. I didn't know that such a term existed, and I didn't know that this was even possible.
Due to Sophie's body constitution and her busy schedule, she had to stretch her bump and wasn't able to empty her breast, which caused her to develop engorgement easily. So the advice given to Sophie is to consume a prescribed TCM medication, start taking herbs that replenish her qi and blood, and to empty her breast to resolve the issue. This will relieve her engorgement and also resolve the breast milk oversupply condition.
She ordered a halt to all of my confinement soups and radiate tea. All the nourishments were causing my milk to become way too thick and therefore causing me to have difficulty pumping. Physician Judy also wrote me a breastfeeding-friendly TCM prescription to help with overnourishment. This prescription was surprisingly easy to take. I didn't have to boil any herbs for hours. All I had to do was to pour the contents of the sachets into a mug, add hot water, and consume. I could quickly take my medication and go back to my baby. Within a week, my situation improved. My milk flow was smoother and I could pump out the milk with ease. Counting back, it is now 3 months since the start of my second attempt at breastfeeding. My milk supply has stabilized, I'm more in control of my breast, and all of this would not have been possible without Madam Partum.